football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on RangersNetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on RangersNetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, WIC Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
By the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Moe's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
And welcome to another edition of Ranger Baseball on the Ranger Network as we welcome you to San Marcos, Texas, here at Rattler Field on the campus of San Marcos High School, as we've got a Class 6A second-round playoff game between your Rangers of Smithson Valley and the Rattlers of San Antonio Reagan. Should be a great game tonight as we're looking for both teams to come out with their best starter, and we expect some fireworks from the mound and also from some of the bats, and we hope the Ranger bats are ready to go. Garrett Egley will get the start for the Rangers, and he's had an excellent season. We had him on a broadcast not too long ago as he started against New Braunfels at home. His numbers so far this season, he has a 6-2 record with 4 saves in 45-plus innings. He's given up just 18 earned runs for a 2.76 earned run average, and Garrett really knows how to bring it, and we expect him to do so tonight. On the other side, they've got a good pitcher, too, as they're bringing Cal Carver to the mound. His record on the season, 8-2. His ERA, 2.49, with 21 earned runs in 59 innings. He had 78 strikeouts in those 59 innings. As I told you, Egley brings it as well. His numbers look like this, 52 strikeouts in those 45 innings. So 2 guys who can bring it, and we're almost ready to go with our 3 umpires, our 4 umpires here in the second round around the bases and behind the plate. We're expecting a very, very exciting baseball game here tonight, whether it's a 1-0 game or 11-10. We will bring you all the action here on the Ranger Network. Again, Egley on the mound. The first batter is Hilton Brown. He is the third baseman for the Rattlers. Wears number 9, a right-handed batter, steps in and waits for the first delivery. Egley's fastball must have been outside as it's called ball 1. Hilton Brown's average on the season, .279. 24 hits and 86 at-bats. And there's a ground ball towards the middle. Jennings dives but can't get to it, and we've got a leadoff single on the second pitch of the game. And the Rattlers have the first base runner. Brings up the left fielder, number 1, Porter Brown. Porter Brown on the season, a .352 hitter, 31 hits and 88 at-bats. Hilton Brown on the season, 5 stolen bases, so not a lot of them. Egley steps off after he checks for the sign and then works himself back in a position to go. Bottom of the hour, glad you've joined us on this beautiful Thursday night. Rain around us, but not here. A throw to first is low, gets away. Scampers towards the fence, down the first base line, and the runner Brown will scamper to second. So Brown now on second base on the errant throw. So Egley will have to dig in now to the second hitter, Porter Brown, the left fielder for the Rattlers. The junior wears number 1. Egley's first pitch. Brown bluffs a bunt, and this pitch goes low for ball 1.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Here we go.
Crowd's not bad here at the start of the game. Egley again goes to the stretch. That one's bunted down the third base line. Egley will field it, slips, but still makes a throw, and they call him safe at first as the second baseman, Pierce covering, had to come off the bag to make the catch. So runners on first and third now as Hilton Brown makes his way to third base on the bunt. Coach Kale will come out and talk to, not sure, I think he's going to go straight for the umpire as the players gather at the mound. Tough call at first.
Let's go, baby.
Coach Kale asking for an appeal from the home plate umpire. First base umpire goes and checks with him. Still safe. So they both said that his foot came off the bag. Tough call. Could have gone either way if we look at it the way we saw it. But it goes the Rattler way, and now they've got runners on first and third here at the opening part of the game. Third hole hitter, Ramon Garza. The shortstop is due up. Number 21, a right-handed batter. Garza on the season, a .330 batter, 31 hits, 94 at-bats. So first and third for Reagan. Egley again to the stretch. Fakes, the runner from first goes. They'll throw to second and tag him out. So Porter Brown is caught stealing for the first out of the game, 1-6. And instead of first and third with nobody out, there's now a runner on third with 1 out, and again Garza the batter. No pitch thrown to him. Again, Egley had stepped off, and the runner had already broke, so they threw to second and got him caught stealing. Egley's first pitch looked like a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Rangers trying to weather the storm here in the early part of the game. Third hitter up for the Rattlers. Egley sends another one across the plate for an 0-2 count, and he's quickly ahead of Ramon Garza.
Let's go, baby. Let's go eat. Let's go, eggs.
Egley to the stretch. Fastball popped up. Right fielder Grotchett comes in. Kind of shallow. The runner will tag but not go. The throw one hops to the catcher Horn, and the runner stays at third on a fly ball to right for out number 2. So Egley has got himself 2/3 of the way out of a difficult situation right here at the start of the game. Cade Bourmet, the center fielder, is due up, the cleanup hitter for the Rattlers. He sports a .333 average on the season, 23 at-bats, or 23 hits and 69 at-bats. tied for the team lead with 3 home runs with 2 others. There's a pitch down low by Egley. Is ball 1. Wind not blowing very strongly, but straight out to left field, what it is. There's a fastball popped into the catcher's catcher's glove for strike 1. The count even at 1-1.
Stuck on the backside. Stuck on the backside. Let's get it, man.
Left-handed batter, Bourmet, swings and pops it up. This one will go out of play behind the plate. Kids will scramble to go see who can get, not necessarily a souvenir, because in high school baseball they ask you to bring it back. Was it a high school game the other day where it was raining? I guess that was Tuesday afternoon, and they almost ran out of baseballs. They got so wet. Not so tonight. Beautiful night on a Thursday here in San Marcos. Egley's pitch grounded towards second. Pierce catches it on a short hop. Throw to first. Just gets the runner, but that gets him out of the inning. The Rangers weather a big storm, and they do it so with ease after the first out is made on a caught stealing. So no runs. There was 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first with the Rangers due up as you're here with us on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests, we hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears.
We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use.
To cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
The Rangers come to bat here in the bottom of the first on the Ranger Network. A beautiful Thursday night in San Marcos, Texas. Class 6A, Region second round. It's the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers and your Smithson Valley Rangers. The Rangers due up now. Horn, Ishizaki, and Galvan. The first 3 do, and if you're a Ranger fan, you hope there are many more here in the first. C.J. Horn, the catcher for the Rangers, leadoff hitter, as he's been much of the year. Horn's .313 average. He's part of 25 hits on 80 at-bats. Average, 78 strikeouts in 59 innings. The left-handed hurler brings the first pitch, a breaking ball in there for strike 1. So he starts him out with a curve. The junior left-hander. Fastball grounded towards second. That'll be gobbled up by Papini, and he'll throw to first for the first out of the Rangers' first inning. Brings up the third baseman, number 6, Toshiki Ishizaki, the foreign exchange student in here, having a lot of fun with these Rangers on a very, very good season he has been a part of. 24-6-1 are the Rangers. Rattlers come in 22-8 on the year. They were 10-2 in district play. There's a fastball for strike 1. Carver has been ahead of both batters now, getting first strike in on both of them. The left-hander winds. That one on the ground. Foul down the first base side is strike 2. Carver quickly ahead. 4 pitches he's thrown tonight, and all of them have been strikes. The left-hander winds. There's a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman again, Pampini, throws out the runner. So a pair of 4-3 putouts are the first 2 outs of the inning. Brings up the left fielder, Cade Galvan. Galvan on the season, a .417 average. We talked about him this last broadcast we had. 40 hits and 107 at-bats. He leads the team with the 96 at-bats, 107 plate appearances, but he leads the team with 96 at-bats and swings and misses at strike one. 40 runs scored for Galvan. That leads the team as well. 29 runs scored. 40 hits. There's a ground ball towards third, deep in the hole. Third baseman up with a long throw, but Hilton Brown will not be able to throw out Galvan, and he's got an infield single. So each team now with a run in the first, and the Rangers have their first runner on base with 2 outs. Galvan will take the lead and brings up the first baseman, number 40, Erik Alvarado. Alvarado on the season, a .333 average. 23 at-bats, or 23 hits and 69 at-bats. Big right-hander waits with 2 outs and a runner on first. Swings at a high strike. And again, for the 4th batter in a row, Carver has gotten ahead with the first pitch strike. Galvan takes his lead. The left-hander winds, and it's a dribbler. It went off his foot, so it's going to be a foul ball. Kind of wondered when it came off the bat as quickly as it died. That probably hit his instep, and Alvarado will tell us all, yes, it did indeed, as he is in some pain as he's trying to walk it off right now. That'll be strike 2 to the batter. He really appears to be shooken up by that foul ball off of his left foot. You know he doesn't want to come out of the second-round playoff game, but right now he's in some pain. Pitcher Garrett Egley is on deck for the Rangers. Alvarado looks like he wants to continue as he bows up and walks back towards the batter's box, but still a twinge of a limp in there as he walks back. So he'll be up with an 0-2 count and a runner on first with 2 outs here in the Rangers' first. Alvarado now digs back in. This is an all-turf field, by the way. The normal dirt areas are just colored with brown turf. Left-hander sends one just outside for ball 1, and the count goes 1-2 with 2 outs and a runner on first for the Rangers. Alvarado again waits. The big right-hander as the tall left-hander sets for the Rattlers. The runner's going. Alvarado swings and misses for strike 3 and the 3rd out of the inning. The Rangers no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 1 complete inning, our score 0-0, and you're on the Ranger Network.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to the Army National Guard, Baden, Balfour, Baylor Scott and White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and Tick-A-Tap Ticketing. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community, and thank you for listening to this state playoff contest. Enjoy the game.
We're back to San Marcos, where the Rattlers of San Antonio Reagan and the Rangers of Smithson Valley are tied 0-0 after one official inning. Garrett Egley finishes his warm-up tosses, and the ball will move around the horn for the start of the second inning, where the Rattlers will bring up Colleen, Papini, and Moro, 5, 6, and 7 in their order. Again, I'm just remarkable. I want to talk about how remarkable it is out here on a gorgeous Thursday night when all they could talk about all week was how it was going to rain on Thursday, and it's not. Egley again toes the rubber, and he'll bring the first offering. It'll go up high. Second baseman Josh Colleen. Second pitch by Egley's down, and the count goes to 2-0. Josh Colleen, a .329 hitter on the season. 26 at-bats, 26 hits, and 79 at-bats. No home runs, but does have 24 runs batted in. That's why he's batting in that fifth hole, and there's ball 3. As Egley throws the first 3 pitches to the first hitter in the second for the Rattlers outside the strike zone. That fastball's down at the knees and across the plate for a 3-1 count. As Egley fights back. Galvan, Shields, and Grotchett in the outfield. 3-1 pitch grounded towards short. Jennings will circle it, throw a dart across the field for the first out of the inning. 6-3 on the putout is out number 1 and brings up the catcher, number 10, Matt Papini. Mack with 21 hits and 64 at-bats, a .328 average. Number 10 is a right-handed batter and looks at ball 1. Garrett Egley, the big right-hander throwing for the Rangers, gets his sign. That one grounded foul down the third base side, evens the count at 1-1. To the Rattler catcher. Egley winds. This one in the air. Towards left. Going over is Galvan. And he makes the catch fairly close to the wall in left field, but it is an out. And it's the second out of the inning. Probably the hardest hit ball we've seen so far tonight by either side. Papini is retired and brings up the right fielder, Seth Mauro. Number 5, Moro, will bat left-handed against the right-handed throwing Egley. And Garrett winds for the first delivery. This one fouled on the ground down the first base side. Alvarado runs it down, but it's simply strike 1. Great look of Egley and Moro. And the pitch is up high. Reagan Rattlers in their road gray with green lettering. Rangers in their home white with blue. That's a nice breaking ball in there. Makes the count 1-2 as Egley gets ahead in the count. Senior right-hander again gets his sign and gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. That one hit in the air, foul, down the third base side. The count stays at 1-2. Egley again shakes a couple of times, now has the sign he wants. On the ground towards Pierce. He'll fire to first. And the Rattlers go down 1-2-3. Egley doing quick work in this inning. Rattlers with no runs on no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second. The Rangers will bring up 5, 6, and 7 in the order right here on the Ranger Network.
I'm privileged to work at GVTC, not only to work for a company that provides excellent products and services, but also through the GVTC Foundation to be able to support the communities that we work and live in, serving those communities.
Any individual can donate. We're a nonprofit 501c3, so it's a tax-deductible donation.
That we're on the right track partnering with our communities as we continue to seek ways to grow the GVTC Foundation.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got him. What a play. Incredible. Throw it. They got him. That kid is unbelievable. Wow. Game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
Still no score as we come back to San Marcos. This Class A second round playoff series between the San Antonio Reagan Rattlers and your Smithson Valley Rangers. The Rangers due up in the bottom of the second. Each team with one hit so far. No one has scored. The Rangers batting for the second time will bring up Egley, Shields, and Jennings, 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Egley on the season with a .371 average. 23 hits and 62 at-bats. The big right-hander stands in against Cal Carver. Left-handed Carver winds and brings. Looked a little bit off speed, but it's in there for a strike as he's now for the fifth batter in a row. Got strike one in there. So the left-hander trying to be efficient for the Rattlers. As he winds, and that one's back up the middle. Gloved by the pitcher. Now the shortstop will come in, but he'll have no play. Garza will not be able to throw out Egley as he'll have an infield single off the glove of Cal Carver. The pitcher did his best to flag that one down, but just couldn't keep it in his glove, and there's a courtesy runner now. Eric Reese will run for the pitcher, Egley. Bottom of the second. Center fielder Hunter Shields due up. Shields a .371 hitter on the season. As the left-hander will throw to first and chase Reese back to the bag. The junior Eric Reese, courtesy runner for the pitcher Garrett Egley, who led off with an infield single. My guess is, and we've only seen one throw over there, but that Cal Carver has a good pickoff move to first. And he goes behind that line, and here's a bunt. Third baseman will come in and make the play, and Heath Brown will throw out Hunter Shields on the sacrifice bunt for the first out of the inning. Reese, the pinch runner, again goes to second. So the Rangers have a runner on second base with one out, and Ryan Jennings, the shortstop and 7-hole hitter, due up. Jennings a .310 average on the season. 22 hits and 71 at-bats. 20 of the 22 hits have been singles. For the senior shortstop. Left-hander winds. This ball gets away, but Reese can't move as the catcher Colleen's quick to pick it up. So the first time he hasn't got ahead of the batter, Carver I'm talking about, as Jennings is ahead in the count 1-0. Jennings digs and waits. Carver gets the sign. There's a foul ball down the first base side. Evens the count at 1-1. Jennings again. Sends it on the ground between short and third. The shortstop comes over. Garza makes the throw to first. Not in time. He's safe, and the runner scampers to third. That's Reese, and the Rangers have runners on first and third with one out. So another infield single for the Rangers. Puts runners on the corners with one out, and Davis Grotchett, the right fielder, due up. Grotchett, who's had his share of big hits this season, sports a .250 average, 18 hits and 72 at bats. The throw to first is not in time. Jennings is a threat to run. Reese, the runner at third. Jennings at first. Left-hander brings the pitch, goes outside. And for the second batter in a row, he finds himself behind in the count, 1-0. Grotchett gets his sign. Now back in the box. Carver to the stretch. Looked like a safety squeeze might have been on that time as Reese had come down the lane quite a bit. Grotchett had squared to bunt, but the ball was up and in for ball two. Not a suicide squeeze because the runner was waiting for contact, and Grotchett didn't have much of a chance to put a bat on it. His pitch was up and in. Runners on the corners, one out for the Rangers. Grotchett at the plate. He wants to bunt again. Reese again down the line, but this one in the dirt. Makes the count 3-0. So we'll see what happens on 3-0. Runners on first and third. Grotchett takes ball four. So the first walk loads the bases for Smithson Valley. The Rangers with Reese, the courtesy runner, at third. Jennings at second, and now Grotchett at first. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, the second baseman, Mason Pierce. Pierce on the season, .299 his average, 26 hits and 87 at bats. Been a mainstay at second base this year, just like he was in the defensive backfield for the Ranger football team. C.J. Horn, the Rangers catcher's on deck. So the bases loaded for the Rangers, just one out. Pierce Blue kind of was confused there. He thought it was a strike, then he looked like he was going to call a ball, and then he decided to put that arm out and call it a strike. I think he was really torn which way he wanted to go. They're in tight. The Rattlers are at first and third. Middle infielders at second, kind of at double play depth. As Carver comes to the stretch with the bases loaded, Pierce waits. Swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. He's down in a hole 0-2 with one out and the bases loaded. Left-hander trying to get out of a situation here in the bottom of the second. Rangers trying to put something on the board. And they'd love for it to be a squiggly line. The left-hander brings fastball and strikes him out. Threw it right by him. Pierce goes down for the second out of the inning. The base is still loaded, though. We're back to the top of the order. And catcher C.J. Horn, who grounded out to second his first time up. The junior catcher with 14 runs batted in on the season. 2 home runs to his credit, and now there's going to be a meeting at the mound for the Rattlers, so the Rangers will have a kind of impromptu meeting at third base with the 2 base runners on that side of the field and the batter. Now coming over is Grotchett as well, so everyone in on the conversation now. Situations like this, we're in the bottom of the second, the game is scoreless. The Rangers trying to make something happen here with the bases loaded, but now 2 are down. Now the meetings will break. as the Rattlers will get back to their positions on the infield. The runners will go back to their bases. It's Reese at third, Jennings at second, Grotchett at first. The batter is C.J. Horn. Left-hander Carver. Off-speed pitch up the middle, but fielded by the second baseman. He'll flip to the shortstop Garza. Papini to Garza is a force at second. That's the third out of the inning. So the Rangers fail to score, but they get a couple of hits, and they leave 3 runners. After 2 complete innings, there's no score on the Ranger Network.
Hey, Cheryl. I've been working on a little side project. FX.
Got a little bit of kick to it. Either one. Fantastic.
Houston, do you copy?
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
We'll head to the top of the third inning in San Marcos, Texas in this Class 6A second round playoff series. Game 1 between the Rattlers of San Antonio Reagan and the Rangers of Smithson Valley. Here on the Ranger Network, it's Garrett Egley getting ready to work his third inning. First pitch in there for strike 1 to the 8-hole hitter, Cal Martin. Martin, the first baseman of the Rattlers. Second pitch, another fastball, this one up high. Martin on the season, a .286 hitter, 24 hits and 84 at bats. 1-1 pitch. Looked to be right there at the knees, but it's called low, and the count goes to 2-1. Egley again. That one fouled back to the screen and evens the count at 2-2. Both teams trying their best to keep this one a low-scoring game. Both pitchers not on the top of their game, but they're not far off. Both have made clutch pitches in clutch situations, and there's a foul back to the screen. Leaves the count even at 2-2. Martin, the leadoff batter for the Rattlers here in the top of the third inning. Egley again winds. That one hit like a rocket back up the middle. It'll one-hop the center fielder Shields and be a leadoff single for Reagan. So for the second time in 3 innings, Reagan has their leadoff batter on base. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, the designated hitter, 34 Kyle Brookover. Looks like everybody's guessing bunt by the DH. Brookover squares, takes the ball that goes through the glove of Horn, and without a sacrifice bunt, the pass ball puts the runner at second base. Reagan coach Chance Chapman down at third base. He's got his runner on second now with nobody out. 9-hole hitter, Brookover. Takes a fastball for ball 2, I believe. Brookover gets back in the box, and Egley gets his sign. This one in the air towards center. In comes, and a nice play by Shields as he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Ball looked off the bat like it might have been hit a little harder, but it didn't go very far, and Jennings did a nice, or Shields, I'm sorry, did a nice job of coming in and making a nice one-handed catch as the runner at second holds, and we go to the top of the order for the third baseman, number 9, Hilton Brown. Brown reached on a single his first time up. Looked like a slider down for ball 1. Egley having a hard time getting ahead with strike 1 on many of these batters. Digs in now with looking to deliver a 1-0 pitch. They'll say it hit him. Ball a little bit inside. And now first and second the Rattlers have after the hit by pitch. So a single and a hit by pitch puts 2 on and 1 out for the Rattlers in the top of the third as they threaten again. They had runners on the corners in the first with nobody out. But they ran themselves into a problem, and then the Rangers pitched themselves out of it. Here's a bunt by Brown. He'll throw to first. Pierce can't knock it down, and the throwing error on Egley will allow 1 run to score. Now Grotchett brings it in, throws it to third, and the Rattlers will have runners on second and third. As Brown makes his way to second, all the way to score was Martin for the first run of the game. And Hilton Brown is at third. So the Rattlers putting some pressure on the Rangers, and the Rangers have the first miscue of the game that costs them. So second and third, still only 1 out, 1 run in for Reagan. There's a ground ball towards third. Nice job by Ishizaki. And a throw to first. He tagged the runner going back to the bag at third, and he gets the out call there, then throws across the diamond and gets Garza out at first. So an amazing double play will end the inning, and the Rattlers' big rally stops at just 1 run. So 5 unassisted to 3 is the double play, and that's the end of the inning. 1 run for the Rattlers. They get 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. There was 1 Ranger error. So it's 1-0 Reagan as we head to the bottom of the third on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this.
Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach, and we have smiles to make.
As we head to the bottom of the third, let me talk to you about some Ranger football. August 7th through the 11th, Coach Hill and the Rangers football coaching staff is holding camp for future Ranger football players. Call 885-1069 for more information and to register now. That's 885-1069 for more information and to register now. Ishizaki, who made that great play, now at the plate. Isn't that just apropos that the guy who does the great thing in the field then comes to the bat, gets in the head in the count 2-0 on a couple of pitches outside the zone, then steps out. Carver now shaking off his catcher a couple of times. Here's the delivery. Grounded towards second. It'll be fielded by Papini. His throw to first is in time. It's out number one. And that's the third different Ranger who's grounded out to second base. Second time Ishizaki has grounded out to second base and brings up the left fielder, Cade Galvan. He reached on a single back in the first. Wasn't able to advance, but gets his second look at Carver. Left-hander against left-hander. Breaking ball down and away. Rangers find themselves down 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Galvin will pop it up on the infield, a little looper that the shortstop will field for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down for the Rangers. Brings up the first baseman, Erik Alvarado, who struck out to end the first. It was after he had fouled the ball off his top of his left foot. So he'll get a second chance at Carver. Left-hander winds. Gets a strike one call on a check swing. As the call's appealed down to the first base umpire, who lifts up his fist. So strike one to Alvarado. That one's down. Evens the count at 1-1. One pitch is upstairs. Alvarado looks at that ball downstairs. Carver again gets the sign. A line drive. Hit towards center. Now towards the left fielder, in front of the left fielder for a hit for Alvarado. The Rangers have a 2-out single to put a runner on base. They did that in the first and were unproductive. See if they can make something different happen here in the third. The pitcher, Garrett Egley, due up. He singled back in the second inning as a leadoff hitter. Got on base, and his courtesy runner made it all the way to third before the Rangers were retired. Hunter Shields is on deck with 2 outs and a runner on first. Egley digs and waits. Carver gets his sign. Off speed, swung at, strike one. After the single back in the second, I think that Carver realized that Egley would be anxious, and he sent something off speed up there, and it got him. So the left-hander brings. Egley swings again. As the ball gets away. That one in the dirt, not a good pitch to swing at, but he did. It's strike two. The runner advances to second. That's Alvarado on the wild pitch. So now a runner on second, an RBI opportunity for Egley. As Carver again gets his sign. The curveball gets Egley on strikes, and that retires the inning. So the Rangers get a single but nothing else, and they leave a runner. After 3 innings, it's Reagan 1, Smithson Valley nothing on the Ranger Network.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man. What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies? Without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, the Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels, whole home DVR, and access to GVTC TV everywhere. GVTC, just plain smart.
As we head to the top of the fourth, Garrett Egley and the Rangers need to come up with a goose egg here in the fourth as they find themselves down 1-0 in game one of this three-game series to the Reagan Rattlers. Cade Bourmet, the center fielder, will lead it off for the Rattlers here in the fourth. Strike one as Egley gets ahead in the count. Big right-hander. Winds again. That one down for ball one. Counts even at 1-1. Egley gets his sign. C.J. Horn moves to the outer half of the plate. There's a line drive down the first base line, but foul, and that makes the count 1-2. Bourmet was sitting on that fastball and drove it, but foul. Alvarado protecting the line down at first base. Grotchett favoring the line in right field. Shields in center wheeled it around towards right. That was a fastball right at the bottom of the zone that Egley didn't get the call, and the count goes to 2-2. Bourmet took his chances with that one. Now the 2-2 delivery, but not until Bourmet calls time, as he's thinking Egley takes too much time. These two teams will meet again in the best-of-3 series. That pitch looked a little bit inside and runs the count full at 3-2. Egley now winds. This one fouled in the turf on the first base side. As the leadoff hitter for the Rattlers is working the pitch count of Egley up. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat. That fastball he threw by him. Strike three. And that's one out here in the top of the fourth. Brings up the second baseman, Josh Killeen, who was retired short to first. His first time up in the second inning.
Good pitch, Eggs.
That one down low for ball one. That one in there for strike one. As Egley comes back with a nice hard fastball at the knees. The right-hander ready to go again into the wind. And Killeen will offer at that one, even though he was nowhere close, and runs the count to 1-2 as Egley gets ahead in the count. Top of the fourth, Reagan up 1-0. There's another ball down low. Evens the count at 2-2. Egley raise. And the 2-2 delivery. Right there at the, Blue won't call it. Ball right there looked awful close. Second pitch in this inning that has been right there at the knees from our perspective and not called, and the count goes full at 3-2. Second batter in a row to take one there that close. Colleen waits. Fouls the 3-2 pitch back to the screen. And he'll wait for the 7th pitch of an at-bat, just like Bourmet did to lead off the inning. Egley gets his sign. And steps off. Colleen won't go anywhere, steps right back in and readies for another 3-2. That curveball's in there for strike 3, and this one's a called strikeout for the second out of the inning. So a pair of strikeouts starts the Rattler 4th. And with 2 out and nobody on, Mac Papini is due up. The catcher, number 10, the right-handed batter. Hit one deep to left field his first time up. He's up with the bases empty and 2 down. That one outside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Breaking ball finds its way into the zone for a 1-1 count.
Play hard, let's go.
That fastball at the knees is called a strike. Smithson Valley crowd appreciative of that one. So now the count's 1-2 with 2 outs and the bases empty. Here in the top of the 4th with Reagan leading 1-0. Egley gets his sign and into the wind. The 1-2 pitch. On the ground, foul towards first. We'll keep the count at 1-2 and a new baseball thrown out to the Ranger pitcher. Wants to talk to his catcher. Horn wasn't real sure. Wanted to tell him something. Horn goes back behind the plate, and Egley goes back to the rubber. Papini, the batter, 1-2 the count. Make sure they're both on the same page. Egley to the wind. That a smack towards left. Back goes Galvan. It'll bounce before the wall. Galvan will pick it up. His throw to second won't be in time, and there's a double. Second hit of the game, or a second hard hit ball of the game, I should say, by Papini. This one is a double. His first one was a fly out, but he's on second base with 2 outs, and Seth Moro will be the batter who grounded out to second baseman Mason Pierce back in the second inning. Papini gets a courtesy runner, Grant Ellis, the junior. So Ellis, the runner, here in the 4th. So Egley will have to bear down with 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch strike, swung on and missed by Moro. So Egley ahead in the count, 1-0 on a first pitch strike. The runner is Ellis at second base. The batter is Moro, the right fielder. Sees a ball in the dirt. Ellis won't advance as Horn did a nice job of keeping the ball in front of him for ball 1. Count even at 1-1. Seth Moro. Sends one high down the first base line. Looks like it'll go foul and out of play. That ball way up in the air. Moro is 337 average on the season. Sees a runner on second with 2 out. Now down in the count 1-2. That one on the ground towards Alvarado at first. He'll take it unassisted to the bag. And 3 unassisted is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Rattlers score no runs. They get 1 hit and leave 1 runner on base. After 3.5 innings, the Rangers coming to bat. It's 1-0. Reagan ahead on the Ranger Network.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game.
As we're back to the bottom of the 4th, get your phone out and text the word Rangers to 42828 to join the Ranger Network. You will receive links to all the live events we broadcast and be the first to know when new content is posted on rangersnetwork.com. Again, text the word Rangers to 42828 to join the Rangers Network. San Antonio Reagan leads this one 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Shields, Jennings, and Grotchett due up first for the Rangers, who should be due to score a run here tonight. Been held scoreless so far by Cal Carver. Cal Carver. Left-hander showing why he's 8-2 on the season with a 2.5 ERA. Shields waits. Takes that one upstairs for ball 1. Shields was out on a sacrifice. His first trip up, officially no at bat. Left-hander sends one down low for ball 2. Shields is ahead in the count 2-0. Third baseman Hilton Brown is up in front of the bag at third base. First baseman Martin is also up even with the bag. And there's one fouled on 2-0, back up and out of play on the first base side, and the count goes to 2-1. There's another foul up and out of play, and the count goes even at 2-2. Rangers' leadoff hitter is Hunter Shields here in the 4th, bottom of the 4th. Reagan leads it 1-0. Shields waits for the 2-2 delivery. Curveball upstairs makes the count go full at 3-2. Reagan scored their single run after a leadoff single by Martin back in the 3rd. Shields swings and misses for strike 3. That's the first out of the Rangers' 4th. Brings up Ryan Jennings, the shortstop. The senior shortstop and right-handed pitcher as well. Waits with the bases empty and one down. He'll call time before the delivery. And still waits for his first pitch from Carver in this at-bat. Jennings singled back in the 2nd in his first at-bat. That offering's down low. So Jennings ahead in the count 1-0. That offering's down low as well. Now he's ahead in the count 2-0. It's Carver being careful with the Rangers shortstop. Big left-hander winds. This one sails outside, and Jennings is ahead now 3-0 in the count. Bases are empty. There's one down. Reagan leads it 1-0 over the Rangers. Jennings takes strike one on the 48th pitch of the night by Cal Carver. Jennings takes ball 4. So Jennings earns the walk. The Rangers have a runner on first with one out, and Davis Grotchett, who walked himself back in the second, is due up. Jennings will be held at first. As Grotchett digs in. The left-hander will throw over to first and just lobs it there to chase Jennings back to the bag. Said earlier when there was a runner on first, but I'd guess this left-hander has a pretty good move. That definitely wasn't it. Carver goes set. That looked like a balk. That looked like that knee came back. It's not called, and Jennings is thrown out, caught stealing. For the second inning, that sure did. His knee looked like it came behind the rubber, which means you have to go home. But he froze it up there long enough and then stepped to first and got Jennings out. So 2 outs and the bases are empty. Grotchett again waits. Grotchett trying to hit one out of here, swings and fouls it back up and out of play. Apparently Blue was out of baseball, so some more came in from the dugout, and we've got another one. We're ready to go. Two outs, the bases are empty, even though the Rangers had a runner, but Jennings picked off a first by Carver. Left-hander brings it upstairs. It's 1-1. Porter, Brown, Bormet, and Moro, the outfield, as the 1-1 pitcher, or the 1-1 pitch is low. Hilton, Brown, Garza, Colleen, and Martin, the infield. Papini behind the plate. 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back to the catcher's glove. Evens the count at 2-2 as, again, Grotchett swinging about as hard as he possibly can, trying to put something into it. The 2-2 pitch bounces to the plate and makes the count full at 3-2. So the count is full with 2 outs and the base is empty. Grotchett the batter. Carver the pitcher. Bottom of the 4th. This one popped up. Right side. First baseman Martin will watch it go out of play. And we'll do another full count here in just a moment. Carver waits for his right side infielders to get back to their position, then toes the rubber again and waits for the sign. Gets it and winds. Another 3-2 delivery. Grotchett again fouls it back up and out of play, and he's costing us some baseballs here as he keeps putting them out of play. But he's not getting cheated with his swing, I'll tell you that. It's the big right-handed batter, right fielder, waits for another 3-2 delivery. And he swings and misses it. A fastball up in his eyes, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. The Rangers, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We head to the 5th. It's Reagan 1, Smithson Valley nothing on the Ranger Network.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players,
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests. We hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears.
We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use.
To cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got him. What a play. Incredible. Throw it. They got him. That kid is unbelievable. Wow. Game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
It's the top of the fifth. The Rattlers due up. Egley working into his fifth inning. That was his 61st pitch of the night. Cal Martin, the first baseman's due up. Ball one, the first pitch. Garrett Egley again, the right-hander deals. That one grounded towards second. Pierce will charge. The right-hander will throw. And that's a 4-3 put out for the first out of the inning and brings up the 9-hole hitter, Kyle Brookover. So one out and the base is empty here in the top of the fifth. It's a 1-0 Reagan lead. Reagan batting in the fifth. Brookover flied out to center field, his first at bat. The DH steps in with the bases empty and one down. Egley brings the ball down low for ball one. Right-hander again goes to the wind. Fouled down the first base side, right field area. Evens the count at 1-1. Garrett again gets his sign in the wind. That one just outside. Makes the count 2-1. Smithson Valley crowd not agreeing with another call as the 2-1 delivery. This one fouled back to the screen and evens the count at 2-2 to Kyle Brookover, the designated hitter. He'll find himself with 2 strikes and 2 balls in his fifth inning at bat. Right-hander squats. Waits for the delivery from Egley. Breaking ball swung on and missed in the dirt, so Horn will have to throw to first. So the putout is 2-3 officially, and it takes us back to the top of the order with 2 outs and the bases empty, and the third baseman, Hilton Brown. Brown singled back in the first, then walked in the third. He was the player tagged out at third by Ishizaki for the second out of the inning, and then Ishizaki then threw to first to get the third out on a double play. He'll swing and miss at a curveball for strike one as Egley gets ahead in the count again. Strike one is the pitcher's best friend, and both pitchers have done it often enough to have some success. That fastball's outside for ball one. The count evens up at 1-1. Egley shakes, now gets the sign and winds. Breaking ball hit on the ground, past the third baseman Ishizaki for a single for the leadoff hitter. Second hit of the night and the third time he's reached base. Hilton Brown. Milton Brown was a .279 hitter coming in. And he has been on fire tonight. There's a ball in the dirt. We'll go back to the screen. And with 2 outs, Reagan now has a runner on second. Porter Brown takes the first pitch for a ball. As the left fielder now has a man in scoring position. In a 1-0 game, Reagan atop of the Rangers, 1-0 as we play in the top of the 5th. Egley's got a bear down now with 2 outs and a runner on second. Porter Brown waits. Hits it on the ground towards first. Alvarado will field it and beat him to the bag. 3 unassisted is the putout. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and the Rattlers lead the Rangers 1-0 on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes. Ready to go? Ready to go? DIY Network, baby, come on! Man. Oh. Let's get busy. Work. Building houses, making dreams come true. Wow. This is strictly butter.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
As we move to the home half of the 5th, the Rangers will bring up 9-1-2 in the batting order, and it's time to score some runs. You hear the Ranger faithful behind us, ready for something good to happen for the guys in white and blue. This first game of a 3-game series in the 2nd round of the Class 6A playoffs here at San Marcos High School. Second baseman Mason Pierce, who's been busy at second base tonight with several opportunities. He struck out swinging his first appearance back in the 2nd. Looks at a fastball upstairs by Carver for ball 1. There's a rocket towards left. It'll bounce in for a leadoff single by Mason Pierce, and the Rangers have a runner to start the 5th. Brings up the top of the order, and catcher C.J. Horn grounded out to second, then reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Now bats here with nobody out and a runner on first, bottom of the 5th. Catcher C.J. Horn. Seen his .313 average fall just a bit with his 0 for 2, but can rectify that right now. Carver to the stretch. He'll throw to first.
Watch the left shoulder, cocks up, let's go. Cocks up the throw.
Pierce again takes his lead from first. Carver gets the sign. Throws a fastball outside for ball 1 to Horn. Pierce outside the dirt cutout with his lead at first. Now he's throwing there as Carver. Carver again to the stretch, gets his sign. He'll bring it home and a rocket back. Well, the second baseman will catch it and they'll pick off Pierce at first. Horn sends a rocket to the second baseman, Colleen, but he makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And then on the throw to first, Pierce is out, number 2. So a couple of hard hit balls, and the Rangers have nothing to show for it. 2 outs. And the base is empty. Ishizaki will put down a bunt. It'll bounce. The first baseman will beat him in a race to the bag. And Ishizaki will go out 3 unassisted, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. What started out as a very good-looking inning ends up being nothing for the Rangers as we go to the 6th. It's 1-0 Reagan on the Ranger Network.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got him. What a play. Incredible. Throw in. They got him. That kid is unbelievable. Wow. Game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS.
Well, the Rangers go back into the field as we move to the top of the 6th. It's a 1-0 Reagan Rattler lead. As we move into the 6th, Garrett Egley, who's thrown 72 pitches through 5 innings, works into the 6th. It's the 3-hole hitter Garza. He sees a ball low, back to the screen for ball 1. Garza flew out to right and then hit into the double play. Back in the 3rd. There's another ball upstairs for ball 2. Garza again digs in, waits for the 2-0 delivery. Egley gets and winds. That one's upstairs. The count goes 3-0 to the leadoff hitter for the Rattlers. The 3-0's in there for strike 1. Egley tries to climb back up the ladder. Egley now the 3-1 delivery. This one's in the dirt. And a leadoff walk for the Rattlers. The 3rd inning out of 6 where they've had their leadoff man get on base. The 3rd time tonight. In the 3rd inning, the leadoff batter Martin singled and ended up being the only run of the game. Cleanup hitter Cade Bourmet, the center fielder, will be up with a runner on first and nobody out. As he visits with his head coach right near the batter's box. A little timeout by the head coach of the Rattlers, talking with his cleanup hitter Bourmet, the left-handed swinging center fielder. Grounded out to second and struck out in his first 2 at-bats. Now wants to bunt and fouls it back to the screen. Strike 1 as Egley gets ahead in the count. Egley throws to first, but the runner Garza back easily. Throws again, a little bit closer play, but no real concern there if you're San Antonio Reagan. Egley gets his sign and stretch. Bormet wants to bunt. Throw to first. The Ranger defense moving around with the possible bunt. Bormet does already square. Fastball down and in. Evens the count at 1-1. The senior waits and bunts this one towards first base side. Egley fields it, throws to first, sack bunt, moves the runner to second. Put out goes 1-3 for the first out on the sacrifice bunt. Garza to second, and the second baseman Josh Killeen is up. Killeen is grounded out to short and called out on strikes in his 2 at-bats. The right-handed hitter waits for the first delivery. The breaking ball's in there for strike 1. Egley gets ahead in the count for the second time, second batter in a row. Now the 0-1 pitch. Just a little bit low, says Blue, as he's not given that call at the strikes. So the count is even. Both infielders jockeying around, and there's a check swing. They'll say no. As Killeen kind of offered for it, but gets the call. 2-1 the count now. Fastball up and in, runs the count to 3-1, and Egley's got some work to do. With a man on second and 1 out, he's down in the count 3-1 to the 5-hole hitter, Josh Killeen. Reagan already leads it 1-0, threatening here in the 6th. The Rangers trying to hold him down with 2 more at-bats to go, and there's a ball in the dirt. It gets away from Horn, back to the screen. The runner goes to first in a hurry. Now the runner will try to score as Horn never found it, and the guy who just walked is on second base. And Reagan gets his second run of the game and goes up 2-0. Ball 4 pitch down in the dirt. Horn lost it as it bounced up and back to the screen. Egley ended up chasing it back to the screen, but the runner from second had scored. Now a runner at second, still only 1 out, 1 run in, and the Rangers have 1 out. Mac Papini, the catcher, steps in. Egley now needs to regain his composure and throw some strikes. Gets his sign to the stretch. First pitch fastball's in there for strike 1 as he gets ahead in the count. The Rattlers have taken a 2-0 lead with single runs in the 3rd and now the 6th. They bat here in the 6th with a runner on second and 1 out, 1 run in. Fastball in there, strike 2. As Egley pours a couple of them in there. Papini offered at neither one of them. 1 out and 1 on. Egley bluffs towards second with an 0-2 pitch still to come. The senior right-hander gets his sign. Curveball fouled up and out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Papini again waits for an 0-2 delivery. That one in the air, right side, up and out of play. Egley stays ahead in the count 0-2, but Papini is battling. 89 pitches in the books right now for Garrett Egley as we play in the 6th. 1 run in, a runner on second, 1 out. 0-2 count to Mac Papini. That's a ball upstairs. Egley gets his sign. That one upstairs for ball 2. The count has gone even at 2-2. With a runner on second and 1 out here in the 6th. Reagan up 2-0. That one fouled back up and out of play again. Garrett Egley will throw his 8th pitch in this at bat. His pitch count's now up to 92. Papini back in the box. Egley gets his sign. The runner takes his lead from second. The 2-2 pitch fouled up and out of play again. The 4th foul ball after 2 strikes. Makes this the 9th pitch of the at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Egley gets his sign from catcher C.J. Horn. Fastball a little bit upstairs, makes the count full. Papini doing his best to make Egley work in this at-bat. With 1 out and 1 on. And there's a rocket towards left. Goes back towards the wall. Galvan is back. It'll one-hop the wall and bounce over the wall. So the runner will score from second, but the batter will have to stop at second base. And the 1-out double brings in the 3rd run of the game for the Reagan Rattlers. Egley challenged him, and Papini won that battle. One hopped the wall in left field as Galvin chased it and watched it bounced over the wall. Colleen scores from second. Papini's now on second. The first pitch is upstairs to Seth Mauro for ball 1. Right fielder, the 7th hole hitter. 0 for 2 officially. Grounded out to second and grounded out to third unassisted in his 2 previous at-bats. The left-handed hitting right fielder takes ball 2 as Horn knocks that one down, keeps it in front of him. Coach Kale calls time and wants to go talk to his senior right-hander. Again, this is a best-of-3 series here in San Marcos. We want to remind you about some Ranger football. August 7th through the 11th, Coach Hill and the Rangers football coaching staff is holding camp for future Ranger football players. Just call 885-1069 for more information. That's 885-1069 for more information and to register for the Ranger football camp. Meeting at the mound is closed. Moro gets back in the box. Count 2-0. Blue calls time. Egley's pitch. Ball 3. Egley brings it. Ball 4. So the Rattlers now have runners on first and second with only 1 out. 2 runs in on the inning. As Egley now has some work to do with the first baseman, Cal Martin, due up. He singled and scored back in the third and grounded out to second in the fifth. He bats in the sixth with runners on first and second. Curveball in for a strike. Runners on first and second, 2 runs in for the Rattlers, and a 3-0 lead now for Reagan. Egley evens the count at 1-1. Nice stop by Horn to keep it in front of him. On a ball down in the dirt. The 1-1 pitch upstairs, ball 2. Egley's gone over 100. That is 102 pitches now. Count goes to 3-1 as the fastball misses. Egley gets his sign into the stretch, the 3-1. Swung on and missed, and the count is full. To the Rattler first baseman. Right-handed hitting Martin with 2 on and 1 out. Swings and misses at the fastball up in his eyes. And that was ball 4, but he swings and misses. Brings up the DH. Kyle Bookover. Flown out to center and struck out in 2 at-bats. Struck out the last inning. He now bats with 2 outs and 2 on, with 2 runs in on a Reagan 3-0 lead here in the 6th. Egley's fastball is outside for ball 1. Egley really having trouble throwing strikes here in the 6th. Winds and brings the ball upstairs. Five of the previous 6 batters have had at least 3 balls in their count, as the pitch count is really rising. Egley now steps off the rubber. Brookover steps out of the box. Now both are ready again. 2 balls, no strikes. Egley steps off the rubber again. That ball gets away from Horn and the runners. Well, the runner at second will move to third. The runner at first did not go. So runners now at the corners with 2 outs. And a 3-ball count to the 9-hole hitter. There's ball 4 back to the screen. The runner from third won't advance as Horn gets a nice bounce, but a walk loads the bases. Brings up the top of the order in Hilton Brown. All he's done tonight is singled twice and was hit by a pitch, so he's been on base 3 times tonight. The Rangers call time again, and guess we'd have a pitching change. As in many sports, you would call this a timeout, and everybody goes to their respective benches and such. As the Rangers will bring in, looks like Eric Reese will come in and pitch. Reese on the season. We'll tell you about his numbers when we come back after this timeout, as the Rangers trail the Rattlers 3-0 on the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. General care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
This is as good as there is. He got it. Here comes Harper. Got him. What a play. Incredible. And they got him. That kid is unbelievable. Wow. Game over.
Everything you love about baseball is on FS1.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Eric Reese will take the mound, a 4-0 record, a great ERA, and he'll face the leadoff hitter for the Rattlers. Three runners on. The bases loaded. First pitch curveball down low to Hilton Brown. Reagan has 2 runs in, leads it 3-0 as we're in the top of the 6th in this Class 6A second round opening game of the series. The Rattlers lead it 3-0 with the bases loaded and 2 out. New pitcher is Eric Reese, and he's down in the count now, 0-2. The junior right-hander gets the sign and winds. Fastball's down low, nowhere to put him as the bases are loaded. As the junior gets some words of encouragement from his teammates on the infield. Everybody deep on the infield with 2 outs. That ball's low. There's a walk. Will be an RBI. And the 4th run of the game, the 3rd of the inning. The 4th of the game comes in for Reagan. As Hilton Brown walks and reaches base for the 4th time tonight. Brings up Porter Brown. With the bases loaded and 2 out. That fastball upstairs, so that's the 5th ball in a row thrown by Brown. As he'll pitch out of a stretch now. Steps off the rubber, asks Horn to go through the signs again. Now has a conversation with C.J. Horn, who comes out to the mound. Not sure if there was communication or if Brown just wanted to calm down a little bit. Or Reese, I'm sorry, just wanted to calm down a little bit. Eric making his 16th pitching appearance of the season. That's tops on the team. That fastball at the knees is called a ball, and the count is 2-0, the 6th straight ball thrown by the Ranger reliever. That one's called a strike, the fastball at the knees. This is the 9th batter of the inning, by the way. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3 runs are in. Left fielder for the Rattlers waits now for the 2-1 delivery. That one's popped up on the infield. Looks like Pierce will go after it and squeezes it for the final out of the inning. But the Rattlers do some damage. They get 3 runs. on just one hit and leave the bases loaded. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's the Rattlers 4, the Rangers nothing. You're listening to the Ranger Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. Ready to go? Ready to go. DIY Network, baby, come on! Bam. Oh. Let's get busy. Work.
Building houses, making dreams come true.
Wow. This is strictly butter.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
As we head to the bottom of the 6th, it's the Reagan Rattlers 4, the Rangers of Smithson Valley nothing, as the Rangers need some work to put some numbers up on the board. It'll be Galvin, Alvarado, and Egley, my guess, due up for the Rangers. Cade Galvin reached on a single back in the 1st, popped out to short in the 3rd. Looks at a first pitch curveball down low for ball 1. Blue kind of flinched on that one. Second or third time we've seen him do that tonight. Looked like he wanted to call it a strike, but it was too low. Left-handed Cal Carver sends a fastball low, 2-0 in the count. Carver, as we head to the bottom of the 6th, has thrown just 64 pitches, so he's been efficient tonight and keeping the Rangers scoreless. Galvin waits on a fastball and sends it high back behind the plate. The catcher will not make the play. Papini did a nice effort, went back to the screen and then came back as the ball came back, as it always does with that spin, but it's just a foul ball as he drops it. And the count's 2-1. Did great work, did everything right. Threw his mask off, went all the way back to the screen, then kind of floated back and got his glove up. It went off his glove. He just couldn't squeeze it. And new life for the Ranger left fielder. And this fastball is just kind of nubbed up in the air. Third baseman Brown will make the catch. And that's the first out of the inning. Brings up the first baseman, Erik Alvarado. Struck out in the 1st. Singled in the 3rd. First pitch strike to Alvarado. It'll be Eric Reese, by the way, batting in the 5-hole where Egley was. Alvarado looks and swings and is down 0-2. Cal Carver continues into his 6th inning of shutting down the Rangers tonight. Left-hander winds. That one's outside for ball 1. So Alvarado now waits for a 1-2 pitch. Left-hander gets his sign in a hurry, and he's ready to bring it again. Alvarado spanks it towards right field, and that's in for a single. So Alvarado on base for the 2nd time tonight with his 2nd single. He's on first with 1 out. And Eric Reese will come to the plate. Alvarado will get a pinch runner. After his 2nd single, Noah Berry, the junior utility player, will run for Alvarado. So Barry at first with one out. So Reese at the plate with one out and one on. The Rangers find themselves in a 4-0 hole. Swing and a miss by Reese. For the Rattlers, 4 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Rangers, no runs, 6 hits and 1 error. Reese waits, pops one up down the third base side, right over the third base dugout. And he finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Center fielder Hunter Shields is on deck. One out and one on. Carver readies the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. The batter is out. Strikeout is the second out of the inning and brings up the center fielder, Hunter Shields, who's grounded out to third. Actually sacrificed bunt in the second inning and struck out in the fourth. Shields comes up with one on and one out here in the sixth. Carver continues his excellent pitching tonight for the Rattlers. First pitch to Shields is outside. A snap throw down to first, but not in time to catch Barry, who's back at the bag in plenty of time. Carver again back to the rubber and trying to work quickly here in the sixth. 1-0 pitch into the air towards right. Over goes the right fielder Moro, and he'll make the catch in right center field for the third out of the inning. So the Rangers get a hit and leave a runner, but still are scoreless as we head to the seventh. San Antonio Reagan 4, Smithson Valley Rangers nothing. This is the Ranger Network.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players,
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests. We hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears.
We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use.
To cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
As we head to the seventh and final inning of this first game of the series, the Rattlers lead the Rangers 4-0. Eric Reese will continue here in his second inning of work. Ramon Garza, the 3-hole hitter for the Rattlers, will lead off the seventh, just as he did lead off the sixth. Ball one on the first delivery. Reese again steps off. Doesn't appear to be real comfortable here. He's done that a couple of times as he come in for relief of Egley tonight. Fastball driven towards the gap in right center field. Grotchett will chase, but not until it gets to the wall will he be able to field it. It takes a wicked bounce. Rounding second base and holding there is Garza with a leadoff double here in the seventh. The Rattlers continue to put pressure on the Ranger pitchers and fielders. A leadoff double starts the seventh. Bourmet, the center fielder, who sacked bunted back in the 6th, is due up. C.J. Horn goes out and has a conversation with Reese. Make sure they remain on the same page. Rangers have some work to do after a leadoff double by the Rattlers. Bourmet waits. Reese gets his sign. Breaking ball in there for strike one to the cleanup hitter for the Reagan Rattlers. Reagan leads it 4-0 at their 7th hit of the game, the leadoff double by Garza. Bourmet waits for the 0-1 pitch. Fastball a little bit outside, evens the count at 1-1. Reese again gets his sign. Breaking ball in for strike two, says Blue, and the count is 1-2 to the cleanup hitter for the Rattlers here in the top of the 7th. Runner on second after the leadoff double by Garza. Eric Reese works. Bluffs towards second, though, before he throws the 1-2 pitch. And goes back and gets his sign again. Reese now throws to second base on a pickoff try, but shortstop Jennings really wasn't on the bag, so not much of a close play. Reese again ahead in the count, 1-2. Fastball popped up on the infield. It's Jennings, the shortstop, right behind the mound, will make it, squeeze it. Pop up to short is the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out now for second baseman Josh Killeen. Walked and scored his last at bat after going 0 for 2 before that. His run part of a 3-run 6th for the Rattlers, who broke this one trying to break it open at 4-0. Their starting pitcher, Cal Carver, has just been masterful on the mound for Reagan. Reese fastball down low for ball 1 to the 5-hole hitter, Josh Killeen. Killeen again rocks and waits. Reese's pitch. Breaking ball in there. Count is even at 1-1. So Rangers try to get out of this 7th inning without giving up any more runs and try to mount a rally in the bottom of the inning. Up to Eric Reese to get it going. Now it's 1-1 delivery. Down low, 2-1. Again, getting his sign, Eric Reese. Fastball popped up behind the plate. Count goes even at 2-2 to Killeen. So a runner on second now with 1 out. Killeen the batter. And the count is 2-2. Another fastball, fouled up and out of play. This one towards Smithson Valley fans, just out behind the bleachers. Count stays even at 2-2. Reese is just challenging him now, and Killeen's fouling it off. That'll be time for a 2-2 breaking ball here. Another fastball, swing and a miss. Good call by him. That's the second out of the inning on the strikeout. Second time Killeen's gone down on strikes tonight. Now the 6-hole hitter is Mac Papini, the catcher. He's had a heck of a night. After flying out to left on a hard-hit ball, he then doubled to left in back-to-back appearances. So he's hit the ball deep to left all 3 at bats. Number 10, Mac Papini. He doubled, had an RBI, and scored in that 6th inning. Bats now with a runner on second and 2 out after the leadoff double and then 2 outs. A breaking ball upstairs to Papini is ball 1. Garza doubled to lead off the inning. Then a pop-up by Bormet, and Killeen struck out. Papini, their most dangerous hitter so far tonight, in my opinion. Takes a breaking ball low. 2-0 is the count. He's 2 for 3. Officially, their leadoff hitter, Hilton Brown's 2 for 2 with a pair of walks. But Papini's hit the ball hard 3 times, all to left field. Reese's 2-0 delivery. Down and away. It's 3-0. Papini on the season, a .328 hitter. Told you that earlier. Only 13 runs batted in with 21 hits and 64 at-bats. So it sounds like he's having a career night. Now the 3-0. That one missed. It's ball 4. So runners on first and second now with 2 out. And Seth Mauro, who's 0 for 2 officially, but walked his last at bat. Horn goes out and talks with Eric Reese. Now 2 out and 2 on for the Rattlers as the Rangers need to stop this right now to have any chance. Down 4-0 right now. Moro grounded out to second and grounded out to first in his first 2 at-bats, then walked last time up. First pitch by Reese. Fastball in there for strike 1. He gets ahead in the count, which is always a good sign. Reese again gets his sign. Into the stretch. Fastball low. Count even, 1-1. He's trying to do everything he can right now to keep this game just as it is. A 4-0 Reagan lead. Fastball, rocket towards center. In comes Shields. The runner from second will try to score, and he'll make it as the ball's cut off. And the Rattlers find themselves ahead 5-0 with a run in here in the 7th. To second base goes Papini. Moro goes to first on the RBI single. So with a run in and a 5-0 lead, the Rattlers have 2 on and 2 out for first baseman Cal Martin. Singled back in the 3rd and scored, then was retired. Ground ball to second and a strikeout in his last 2 at-bats. And there's a fastball for strike 1 by Reese as he gets ahead of the runner or ahead of the batter for the 2nd time in a row. Runners take their lead from first and second. Reese out of the stretch. Fastball in the dirt. Count even at 1-1. Reagan taking advantage of everything that the Rangers have given them tonight. And there's a fastball swung on and missed by Martin. The count now 1-2. Wind picking up just a little bit. Still pretty much straight out to left field. The 1-2 delivery. Strike 3. And that retires the inning, but not before the Rattlers get a run on a pair of hits. No errors and 2 runners left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The last chance for the Rangers as they find themselves down 5-0, heading to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the order on the Ranger Network.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, the Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels, whole home DVR, and access to GVTC TV everywhere. GVTC, just plain smart.
We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Reagan Rattlers lead this one 5-0. The Rangers have some work to do. Ryan Jennings, the shortstop, will lead it off. Walked and singled in 2 at-bats, 2 plate appearances. After the walk, he was picked off a second on a questionable pickoff move by Carver, but let's give it to Cal Carver. He's thrown a masterpiece tonight. 76 pitches now as ball 1 goes low to Jennings. 76 pitches into the 7th inning. He has yet to score a run. The Rangers have got a runner to third base just once tonight as Jennings waits for the 1-0. That fastball in there for strike 1 and evens the count at 1-1. In the 2nd inning, the Rangers got the bases loaded but couldn't score. Got a runner on. 2-1 on the ball. Got a runner on in the 3rd, had a runner on in the 4th, got a runner on in the 5th, and a runner on in the 6th, but could do no more in each of those situations. That strike catches the inside corner and evens the count at 2-2 as Carver that time just painted the inside corner. Back to the pitcher. Jennings will be retired 1-3 for the first out of the inning. That brings up Davis Grotchett, the right fielder. Davis has walked and struck out. Struck out in 2 appearances. Bats now with the bases empty and 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-0 Reagan lead. First game of the series. Class 6A second round. The ball upstairs is ball 1. Mason Pierce on deck for the Rangers. That one in there for strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. Carver trying to work speedily now. Brings the 1-1 delivery. Popped up. Out of play on the right side. Count goes to 1-2. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Rattlers. No runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Rangers. 5-0. Reagan leads this one. Bottom of the 7th inning. 1 out, bases empty. Grotchett looks at a ball upstairs, and the count goes even at 2-2. That one down low, and the count is now full at 3-2. Grotchett on the season with 18 hits and 72 at-bats, a .250 average. Fouls one back to the screen on 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going. Battling is what we'd say. He's got some work to do with the count full. And the Rangers needing some base runners. 3-2 pitch from Carver. Inside corner, strike 3. Second out, Pierce is up. Mason Pierce struck out and singled. Struck out in the second, singled in the fifth. 2 outs. Last hope for the Rangers to get something going here. Down 5-0, bottom of the 7th. Pierce takes the ball upstairs for ball 1. Again, remains the last hope for the Rangers as they find themselves with but 1 out left. That one outside for ball 2. It's not like 5-0 is insurmountable, but 5 runs against Cal Carver tonight seems like impossible because he's just dealing it tonight. Although he does find himself down in a hole now, 3-0 to Mason Pierce. The 9-hole hitter for the Rangers. Watch this, strike 1. Carver again winds. That one's up high. So Pierce earns himself a walk. A base runner for the Rangers. Back to the top of the order and catcher C.J. Horn. Horn tonight grounded out to second. Reached on a fielder's choice. And then lined out to the second baseman on probably one of the hardest hit balls we've had tonight, but it was a double play as Pierce had singled, then he hit that rocket to second base that the second baseman Colleen caught and then doubled Pierce off of first and quenched that rally in a hurry. First pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Carver again works out of the stretch, checks the runner at first, throws to first. Count to C.J. Horn is ball 1. Carver brings it home. Strike 1. Count even at 1-1 to Horn. 2 outs, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th. Rangers trail the Rattlers 5-zip. Horn swings and misses for strike 2. So the count is 1-2 to the Rangers catcher. Again, the last hope for the Rangers with 2 outs and a runner on first. Horn waits. Carver to the wind, or to the stretch, pardon me. And a swing and a miss. Horn goes down on strikes, and that'll be it. The Rangers will be retired in the 7th with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The first game of the series goes to the Reagan Rattlers. The final score, 5 for San Antonio Reagan and 0 for the Smithson Valley Rangers. We're back with some final thoughts on this one after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
We are the UIL.
From the coaches
to the players,
to the educators.
We've been in your shoes.
Extracurricular activities are essential to the development of our youth.
From proposed rule changes
to the relaxation of transfer rules, we keep it fair.
New academic contests, we hear you loud and clear.
New events are music to our ears.
We just added film. That's a wrap.
Educational activities help young people become productive citizens.
From staph infections to steroid use,
to cardiac and concussions.
Health and safety is a priority.
Heat, heart, and health history.
From heat-related illness to head injuries to heart-related issues to the medical history of students.
Your well-being is our priority because we are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
We are the UIL.
As usually is the case, pitching dominates high school baseball playoff action, and tonight 2 good pitchers started this one. Garrett Egley threw well for the Rangers, but Cal Carver threw even better for the Rattlers. He scattered 6 hits over 7 innings and shut down the Rangers in a 5-0 win for the Reagan Rattlers. The two teams play again tomorrow. Stay tuned to the Ranger Network for any information about the details of that game. Again, the Reagan Rattlers win it 5-0 in the second round playoff action here at San Marcos High School. The Rangers will come back to battle it again tomorrow night, and stay tuned to the Ranger Network for details of that one. So for Bo Wick and the entire Wick Productions team, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless. Go Ranger Baseball.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete in the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.